Okay. All right, back at it. Back to the grind. Hey Claire, how you doing? Aw, thanks for headpats. How you? Oh, well, wait, didn't I just ask how you're doing? I think I did. Okay, all right. I'm good at this. I'm good at this waking up thing. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're gonna make this work. Gonna make today a thing, and we're gonna be awake. Yeah. Hello and good morning to you too, Square Peg? Square Peg. Okay. It's Square Peg in some places and Square Pog in other places, right? I always have to like go and check to see which one it is. Anyway, I decided to go back to the techniques that I've been using to try to shade this. We're still gonna keep the kind of dirty line art though, but I'm gonna be doing it with just the we're gonna be going in and shading with black and then like throwing on gradient maps and stuff like that. So we got some areas to. That's a big brush. Once again, we are back to shading abs for some reason. I don't know why. it's a mystery. Why I spend so much time shading abs? I don't know. I could not possibly imagine why that might be. Nope. No reason. Oh, yeah, this is gonna be a long process to shade and color this thing. But that's fine. Hey Pydrate, hey Grilson. Hey Pink Creeper. Oh, from X Packages Twitch. Wait, is that a Twitch like text UI? Like for the console? Please tell me it is, because that would be hilarious. I know what TUI means. Oh, here, let me move the mic a little bit closer. How is Snack? Snack is all right. I had a really good so yesterday was the anniversary of the day I started HRT, and it was really nice. We got a nice dinner. I went on a walk to with Sabine to a like this lagoon park that's like really secluded and stuff, and was really wonderful and nice. And we watched The Bad Guys, which is a movie I had not seen yet, which is very good, and I may need to draw fan art of one of the characters. TUI IRC front end made specifically for Twitch, watching via MPV. Awesome. That sounds like the way to go. Also, I know when you watch the like MPV or something, when it shows ads, it just shows this thing being like an ad is playing, but it doesn't actually show you the ad. So it's actually the better way to do it. IRC front end. Oh yeah, Twitch has IRC support. They have, well, I don't know, it's like an IRC front end to their chat back end. It's actually what a lot of the all the stuff that my VTuber software does. Hang on a second. All the stuff that my VTuber software does, in order to respond to like bit redeems, or cheers and stuff like that, all goes through the text interface, or all the IRC interface. Morning, Val. The art goes pretty gay. I mean, good. I also mean gay. Let's be real here. How you doing? Still waking up. That's fair. I am also still waking up. This is how I wake up. Get up in the morning and just immediately subject myself to Twitch. Throw myself into the battlefield of Twitch streaming. Something. I don't know. Maybe a little bit dramatic for it. Crank up the opacity on this layer a little. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So, like, trying to shade and do the colors at the same time like I was doing before, I ended up with a lot of kind of really unrefined edges on a lot of these shaded areas and stuff. So, I'm gonna calmly go in and just redo those. Snack? What? Where? What? Another snack? Oh, just me. Okay. Right. Also, I'm definitely using the wrong brush right now. That's why all the edges were ending up all soft and stuff. There we go. Let's get some... Yeah, awesome. Okay. I guess... maybe we should drop the opacity back down a little bit. Cute. What? Hey, how dare? I am not cute. I am intimidating and I am menacing. I strike fear into all the hearts of my enemies. Okay? That's what I do. Ow! Ow! Sheesh. That's not even a barrel. That was a Caco demon. Oh, hey, Rain. How you doing? I mean, I hope you're feeling better. Kind of, how are you doing? Thank you so much for the gift sub. And to Physics Cat, too. Awesome. Physics Cat is really cool. Physics Cat is one of the other streamers that I play a lot of Doom with. Feeling a lot better? Okay, that's awesome. hate it when it does that. If I'm ever like panning the image around and I press like the zoom in or zoom out keys, it does a weird thing and it just jumps off into the middle of nowhere. Whatever. Ow! Doing Doom modding? But Doom modding is good. Oh, by the way, I might have an upcoming charity event in September. I'm not. Oh, okay. Hold on. This exhaust is starting to look more like wood than metal. Yeah, I might have a charity event coming up in September. Not 100% sure of all the details and stuff yet. I know what alien breed is. It sounds familiar. I don't think I know much about it though. Hey Draconis, how you doing? One of the things that inspired Doom. Hmm. Well, we all know that Doom is actually based off the movie Doom, starring The Rock Johnson and Carl Urban. If someone doesn't throw something at my face for that one, I'm gonna be disappointed with y'all. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, there we go. All right. Agreed not to talk about that particular time travel incident. Rock the Dwayne Johnson. You know, he was in a Star Trek Voyager episode once. I think that's back when he was even a wrestler. Never finished Voyager. Some sort of giant monster? No, not really. I mean, he looked a lot like himself. He's playing some kind of like alien gladiator in some alien gladiator arena. Oh, nice. Congratulations on your flight stick. Sounds fun. Oh, okay, we are back to shading abs. Gotta concentrate. We can do this. One of the random numbers that's burned into my... What? Wait, is that even... Yeah, 8472 was the number from Voyager. Which, like, as far as I can tell, it's a alien species that was specifically made up to be like scarier than the Borg, like very specifically made up to be scarier than the Borg. Well, not scary, just more powerful than them, just to give the Borg like an enemy to be afraid of. I really don't like the way that the Borg got a lot less scary in Voyager. The Borg go and find them for a challenge. I don't know. I think the Borg think that they can just take over anyone anytime, so they were like, "Oh, new species to assimilate, let's go," and then picked a fight with them, and then found out that they couldn't win. Yeah, the way back when the Borg were first introduced, they were really cool. They were like scary. They were the big bads, you know. But then they got less and less scary the more that was like found out about them and stuff. The more that the audience understood them and the way they worked, and they established all these rules about how they can deal with them and avoid them and all this stuff. And they became a lot less scarier then. I wanted something that was more, I don't know. I want something actually scarier than that. That's the problem with most baddies, yeah. Though you give credit to at least like the some of the earlier stuff in Picard for kind of really showing the sort of extent of the misery of like what the Borg left behind. Kind of. That kind of made the Borg scary again, but then they kind of they didn't keep going with that in a way that I thought was satisfying. Hey, Catherine. Borg are canonically weak to Tommy guns. Holographic Tommy guns. I believe it's established at one point. I can't remember exactly, but I think it was established like right away that like physical attacks or like physical projectiles, like bullets and stuff, the shields would just have no trouble stopping. So that's why they never actually tried them. And do all the phaser frequency, whatever shenanigans. You know what, though? Like, I feel like the Borg probably would have assimilated cloaking technology at some point. And so, like, the fact that all their ships aren't flying around, like, totally invisible is kind of like a bit of an immersion breaker for me. I think that's the case for most shields in Star Trek. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Shields in Star Trek are generally pretty good at stopping physical projectiles. That's my understanding, anyway. That's why you got to get the shields down before you start firing off the photon torpedoes. I'm getting thirsty. Hold on a second. Maybe they're using the intimidation factor. Yeah, but like, I mean, against like species 8472, right? Like they were the ones getting their butt kicked by 8472. If you're referring to the cloaking, I'm assuming, right? But also imagine being able to just like, rather than even giving your assimilation target like an opportunity to resist, you just like roll up behind them, decloak, and be like, yoink, you're mine now. Instead they gotta like, they gotta show up and tell them explicitly, like, if you fight, you'll lose. That's the whole like resistance is futile thing, right? Like, don't try to fight us. Like, we're gonna, and then the species that they're going up against is like, we're definitely going to fight you. Oh, lesbian who makes lesbians. Yeah, that does actually describe me pretty well, doesn't it? There's the greater polycule of Kiri's OCs, and they're all gay. Or ace, or, you know, whatever. Others. There's others in there. It's a big polycule. In technology. How it goes? It goes pretty good. Yesterday was the anniversary of me starting HRT, which is really awesome. I had a really wonderful HRT anniversary. Reflected back on, I don't know if I've told the story on stream, but when I went to start HRT, I got an appointment at a like informed consent clinic, a Planned Parenthood actually, in Sacramento. Sacramento is really far from where I lived at the time, and is actually really far from where I live now. So it was like a 3-hour drive to get out there. Polycule and the dramatic Batman music starts. Yeah, or background. Yeah, Batman music. You did say Batman music. Anyway, so yeah, it's pretty far. So I reserved a spot at like a Motel 6 that was down the street from the Planned Parenthood I was going to, and the day before I drove in my Jeep out to Sacramento to the Planned Parenthood, or the Motel 6 first. But there's this problem. There's a problem in my Jeep. The check engine light, which it's an '89 Jeep Wrangler, so it doesn't actually come stock with a check engine light, but this one's had a fuel injection conversion, California legal fuel injection conversion, and in part of that is they added a check engine light. And it's like, okay, great. Well, now the new computer in there can tell me if the engine's acting a little bit odd. And the check engine light keeps coming on. But the weird thing is, every time the check engine light turns on, Jeep starts running better. Then it'll go off after a while. Not one of those check engine lights that stays on. Apparently, it's a little more primitive than that. And but I bought a code reader for the thing, so I plugged in the code reader, read the code out of it. Code was like bad O2 sensor readings. So like it's 110 degrees Fahrenheit on that day. It's like hot as heck. But I pull up to, oh, also my air conditioning isn't working. So I pull up to an AutoZone parking lot, and I'm like, I hop out of the Jeep, put on a pair of gloves, and I go and wrestle the O2 sensor off of the exhaust system in the Jeep. I don't know what O2 what vehicle it's off of, because it's this aftermarket fuel injection system that it's a part of. I know it's just different from the original one that was on there, right? Um, so I go in, I slap it down on the table. It's like, I need a new one of these. I don't know what it's from, but I need a new one. And the people at AutoZone, they were very nice, and they found me a new one off of like a GM truck or something, um, or built for a GM truck rather. Uh, and I also get like some refrigerant for the AC system, because the AC system at that point had actually been retrofitted to use R134A, so it actually has like a modern refrigerant. Again, 1989 Jeep we're talking about, but with a modern refrigerant in the AC system. Um, so like I'm out there over the engine, and I am sweating like crazy. Like there's so much sweat everywhere. It's just dripping all over the engine. It's coming off of me. The engine is hot. The exhaust is hot. The air is hot. I'm dripping sweat. There's this disgusting mix of like sweat and oil all over everything. And I replaced the O2 sensor, and the error went away in the Jeep. That serious tank police vibes off here. Okay, like I might be a Massimo Shoto fan, like a lot. uh but yeah, so the problem was what it turned out. The O2 sensor was bad, but the reason that it was running better when the check engine light turned on was because it would get knocked into a fallback mode, which was actually acting better than when it was in the faulty mode without realizing it. Um, so just like, rather than believing anything coming off of the O2 sensor, it would start just assuming values from it, or like doing a best guess, and the best guess was actually better than the O2 sensor was running at the time. Um, so yeah, I reassembled the Jeep, and drove off to the Motel 6. And then the next day, I got my prescription for hormone replacement therapy, and I started HRT the next day, which was the 21st of June 2017. That's my little like almost literal trial by fire to start before was allowed to start HRT. Um, didn't have to see any therapists. Went through an informed consent clinic, but had to fix the Jeep halfway there. A few weeks before. Nice. Yeah, it's been about 6 years now. It's been a pretty fun, pretty good ride. My life has changed a lot in those years, and all for the better, I think. Um, I'm much happier with who I am and where I am now. Uh, yeah. Hooray for positive life changes and stuff. It took me so long to bite the bullet on that, though. I was so scared of people finding out that I was trans, like before I started transitioning. I was all super closeted and everything, but now I'm free, and it feels good. It feels good to be able to be who I want to be. You know? don't think we're done with the shading yet, but I can't think of anything else. Yeah, let's just go and add more detail to some of these parts. Go a little bit darker on some of the edges and stuff. Oh, Goth Lizard has redeemed in. You will. You will. Yeah. Sorry, Echo. I also had a weird dream last night where, like, I actually had a dream about starting HRT. But it was where at the same time I started taking some stuff that started like started getting like scales and all that, and it's like, oh my goodness. That explains a lot. Been lacking in vitamin ooh lately. I'm sorry. Neck formula, yeah. Been lacking vitamin E for quite a while, and oh yeah. Actually, speaking of the HRT anniversary stuff, I actually have fan art to show off, and one of them is Sabine's new drawing, and also the art from Tal that I keep forgetting to actually bring up. So you know what? We're actually past the halfway point of the stream. I think everyone is gathered around, so I think it's time to show off the. I think it's time to do the fan art section. Just let me couple little things here. Rating. Okay. All right. Let's check out the Discord. Yeah. Okay. So first of all, I have. I don't know if I actually showed this one yet. I think I did, but here's one that Sabine drew me for our well 4-year anniversary of dating. Uh, so I really love this a lot. It's really amazing. Sabine's an amazing artist. I really appreciate her a lot. Um, that ended up in the fan art section. Let me get. Oh, whoops. This one is. This is from Tal. It's really cool, like medieval. Oh well, bow and arrow. I guess that's all I can really say about that. I don't know what era that's a reference to, but I really like the trans skirt stuff. And then so thank you, Tal. Really appreciate that. Uh, and then the one that Sabine drew me yesterday for my HRT anniversary. This one's pretty silly. Is that one? So thank you again, Sabine. I really appreciate it. This is amazing. It's so good. Yeah, it is. It's really good. She's like really amazing, and uh, she's such a good artist. Oh, thanks, Zara. These seats look like like a slice of sushi or something slapped on there. Yeah, we're getting a bit more range out of it right now. Uh, Out of the black to white range. Draconis, I'm sorry if that was a link, then it got eaten by Twitch. Oh, here we go. We got something to we got stuff to touch up here. There we go. Actually, we haven't really touched the hair at all, as far as shading, so maybe we should do that on another layer. Yeah, we should probably do that on another layer. Nope. Hair shading in there. Oh, that's up arrows. Okay, sorry. The screen is like really far from me, and it looked like the little three asterisks thing from a distance. It's because like my posture is actually really specific when I do streams. Um and I do lean back a bunch. I don't like shrimp forward. That just means that the monitor is like way further from my eyes though. Gonna go doodle a bit. All right, have a good one, Nox. Thanks so much for stopping by. Oh, posture check. Okay. Ah, we're at 1 out of 5 shrimps. We're doing okay. It's fine. Oh, and a hydrate. Coffee time. Shrimping ain't easy for your bones or your joints. Yeah. Can people actually hear the music, or is it quiet right now? I guess we could crank up the music. There we go. Oh, whoops. I am no longer doing the hair on its own layer. I messed up everything. I am a failure. I'm sorry. The art is forever ruined. Aw, thanks, unlikely result. Oh my god. So Sabine was doing her stream the other day, and like the whole like Transformers facts thing was so just like, oh my god, that redeem should probably cost more points, because every time someone redeemed it, she would spend like the next 15 minutes or whatever like explaining a Transformers fact, and it was adorable. She really likes Transformers. Like a lot. Like she really likes Transformers. Yeah. Fine. Get like a little bit extra highlight up here. Anything that's kind of like bending towards the camera, any bit of hair that might be bending towards the camera should probably be lighter. But whatever, we'll add more highlights in there when we get to the highlighting stage. Oh yeah, we need to add more darkness here. More depth in there. Oop. Yeah, and it was a 2-hour stream also, so like she went for a while. Okay. Should we let's start adding highlights now. This layer right here is a little bit unruly. I think we might tone that down, and we might bring that back in a bit and redo a bunch of it. Nintendo Direct? No. I think I've made my opinions about Nintendo quite clear. Rilson, I was playing Inscription back on Sunday. What are you talking about? Gonna help out and prep for your thing? Alright, have a good thing. Have a good prep. Have a good prep for your thing and your thing. And thanks for being here, Azura. Is there too much definition on the abs? There might be too much definition on the abs. I might have overdone it again. Whoops. Dang it. Hate it when that happens. Not really. Was the wrong brush for that. Yep. Somehow this area right here, like on the boobs, you can't really see where the mouse cursor is, ended up like almost perfect with like the way the shadow is being cast there. I think that was totally by accident though. Happy accidents, I guess. I do need to fix the angle of it though a little bit, so let's see if we can do that without disturbing anything else. There, that looks a little bit better. Abs. Yeah. It's I doubt I'm even drawing them like correctly, to be honest. I mean, I'm not using a reference right now. It's we actually got to soften up these abs a bunch. Okay, I think that's probably good. You know what? I might actually let me try a thing. Let me see if I can just like bring these unruly abs back into an acceptable range by like airbrushing some gray over it. A very, very low opacity. Okay, we have untoned the abs. We have literally toned down the abs a bit. Okay, that's better. Oof. Crisis averted. Almost had too many abs. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? I've been chaos in the streets from that. Okay, ooh, that's... I'm screwing this up. Oh, no. What am I doing? I wanted to, like, have a little tiny bit of sort of ambient occlusion in that joint. Actually, I think this whole arm looks kind of wrong. I think it's, like, a little too long. But it's a little bit late in the game to change it now, so we're just gonna leave it. Fine. It's fine. It's fine the way it is. Alright. Let's go and do something other than the flesh now. I'm gonna make a new layer for non-flesh highlights. Foxes and chickens living together. Hey, we're not judging we're not judging how people structure their how furries structure their polycules here. Just saying. Furries and avians, whatever. Thanks, Catherine. Yeah, they could even be a plural system. Indeed. All right, we're getting pretty close to time for stream today, but we're probably gonna go over again. That's usually what happens. We get to the end of the stream, and then it's like 15 minutes after the end of the stream is when I actually wrap up stuff. So let's just keep going. Ah. What font is used for the stream overlay? That is one that I made myself. It is. It doesn't actually have a name. I never gave it a name. It's also not a true type font. It's just a bitmap image. I can actually bring it up if you want. Yeah, let me save this. Let me just that file open. Text overlay. Oh no, where's the font file? Hang on a second. Oh, tiny font. There we go. Whoop. Open as new document. This is it. It's a little incomprehensible in this form. Let me see if I can throw a grid over that. But basically, you grid. You actually set the grid size. I haven't done like precise drawing stuff for a really long time, so I don't actually know how to modify the grid stuff. There's like an option to show grid, but I don't know the how to actually set the grid. Settings? No. Select? No. Or filter properties. Okay, this is dumb. I need to look this up. Grid. No grid, snap to grid, blah, 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 grid offset, blah, 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 blah. Oh, grids and guides. Okay, okay, there's a Docker for it. Okay, okay. So Windows, no wait, settings, Dockers, grids and guides. Okay, X spacing, 3. Y spacing, like 8, I think. No, it's 3 by 5. There we go. Yeah, it's a 3 by 5 pixel font. I made it in something other than Krita, but you can now see where each letter starts and ends. 3 by 5 pixel fonts are interesting because there is actually a fairly small, like, finite number of ways to do each letter in a way that's actually recognizable or differentiated from other letters. And basically there's 1 or 2 like really optimal ways to make it, I think I've discovered. And sorry we're getting derailed from the actual art, but there's 1 or 2. There's like a handful of optimal ways to make it. Things like, okay, look at the uppercase U and V, right? How do you distinguish these two? And you know, how do you express that one is a smooth curve on the bottom and one is pointy? And it's stuff like that. But you know, if this maybe you could make it even more pointy and have the actual like division be like up here, right? So imagine these two are black and this one right here is white. But then you start getting it confused with the Y, right? And so some of the other stuff, some of these letters actually, I think they look the same. I think there are a couple of things in here that look identical. This is my @ symbol. You can basically not even tell what that is. This is 0. Oh, yeah, okay, so 0 and uppercase O look the same. Q looks the same as O, except 1 pixel difference. This is W. All right, we can't actually have the two U's connected together. We can just have this sort of thing. It looks like an H, except the middle bar thing is like 1 pixel off. Yeah, 3 by 5 pixel fonts are really, really hard to do, and you don't realize it at first. But when you're reading text in that font, like a lot of stuff is actually getting filled in with kind of like context stuff. You know, if you look at the days since last VOR joke up here, like this 0, you know that's a 0, right? You know it's not an O. And so a lot of the details like that are probably getting filled in by your brain. Similarly, I think... oh no, G and 6 look pretty different. Also, the lowercase letters are even harder to do. Anyway, stuff like that. It's silly. But yeah, the stream setup that I have is very, very, very custom. So I wrote a script that generates that, like all the text overlay stuff. It used to have like latest subscriber and last follower and last cheerer and stuff in it, but it was taking up too much space. Now it just does the title bar here, and it does the ticker up at the top. That's all custom code that does that. Like custom Python scripts. They're all janky as heck. But they work. They get the job done. Oh, you heading out? All right, have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. Also, of course, you know, the entire like VTuber model rendering stuff is all being done by a custom Godot project that I still intend to open source, but keep getting distracted from actually finishing up the last few milestones to like before the open source release. Sorry. I think I need to add like a 2D prop system before I can actually do it too. I am not actually a Python. I am a cottonmouth, which I don't think is a type of Python. Wait, is it? I have to check. Hang on. It's a cottonmouth is a type of pit viper. The pit viper is interesting because when you think of like pit viper, you think of like a, I don't know, a pit full of snakes or something, which sounds really scary and cool. Or, you know, a pit as in like a fighting arena or something, right? Yeah, I'm a viper in the pit. Yeah. No, what the pit in Pit Viper actually refers to is this kind of it's part of the anatomy actually. There's like a pit in the nose, mouth, head region, and that pit actually allows it to kind of receive basically like thermal vision. It gives it very, very, very good heat sensing abilities. And that's what the pit in Pit Viper refers to. Yeah, the heat sensey bit is the pit in a Pit Viper. It is a very cool feature, though. I mean, I don't even need like extra like thermal monitoring for my PC. I can just like I can just look at it and I can tell how hot it is. It's pretty great. Duzelo, never heard of it. Any I work at has a snake pit. It's disused and significantly less impressive than it sounds. Oh, I'm sorry. Sounds neat. I have a sign on the where I do all the streaming from. It says Lamia Den. Lamia Den has got a thing saying no boys allowed, with the exceptions of Thor and Loki, who are of course always allowed. Got a sort of raised edge and a moat. I wish I had a moat. Be a cool addition to the house. Be cooler if we could make it out of lava, but there might be city ordinances against that. At least I don't have to deal with an HOA, so Lucky in that department. Can you imagine getting like an HOA fine for your lava moat? That would actually be pretty cool. If I got an HOA fine for having a lava moat, I would definitely frame that. I would put it up on the fridge. Be proud of myself. Basically, like, verification that I do in fact live in a supervillain like Doomsday Fortress. Yeah, try to enforce it. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, did the thing again. Okay. Oh, we forgot to do hair shading stuff. Oh, hair highlights. Why do you live in a place for HOAs or anything? Me too. Well, I mean, there's a like a condo complex nearby that like has an HOA, but like I think a lot of the houses around here don't have HOAs. But I mean that's actually understandable for like a condo because they have to maintain the actual building and stuff, right? Um, but yeah, for individual houses, like you know, hippity hoppity, get off my property. I'm gonna have a giant pride flag and I'm gonna wave it all over the place. And I'm gonna have the most ridiculous Halloween decorations, and nobody can stop me. I'm gonna leave like the Halloween themed Christmas lights up all year round. And like also like I don't have a negative opinion about HOAs that are just there for, you know, like maintaining stuff, but the amount of like just petty dictatorships I've heard of where, you know, it's used to enforce rules on homeowners to try to like preserve the style and the theme of the community by having all the houses look exactly the same. Just boring beige color is yeah. Oh, you have the wrong color of blinds inside your house? Well, that's a $500 fine, and we'll take your house. Oh, you have the wrong type of car parked in your driveway. Ooh, that's going to be an expensive one. And yeah, there are HOAs that will actually enforce like what type of car you can have in your driveway. The only people who actually like run for the HOA boards too are the people who are like really into just power tripping all over everyone else. So people who got nothing better to do with their time. That's fun. It's fun to deal with. I've heard too many horror stories. I've heard so many horror stories. Okay, what is left to do on the Are we actually done with it? No, we're not done with the shading yet. We gotta do some slightly gratuitous highlights all over stuff. Reminds me of the bright pink/purple terraced house we had locally. Oh, here I go overdoing the abs again. Heck. Just can't help myself. Such thing as overdoing doing the abs. Challenge accepted. No, just kidding. Alright, I think we could. I'd like to have more range on her. I know I was gonna have her have like darker skin and stuff. And I think we can get that darkness back in the. Oh, hey, thanks so much for the resub, Barracuda. 17 months. Wait, have I been streaming for 17 months? What? I was gonna say we could get a lot of that dark color back when we start applying the gradient map and stuff like that. So. But you know what? I kind of, let's just leave it like it is right now. No, we need. I want to get that color. I want to get that range in there. Ow. We're gonna color her with really light, or we're gonna shade her with really light skin, but then we're gonna go in and like tone it down when we actually do the gradient maps. See if we can not mess up the boobs. What? Wait, was that Sabine? Sabine? Being attacked by an Oni. What? Hey! Hey, I was showing off the HRT anniversary art you made me, by the way. Everyone thought it was really cute, right everyone? Also, Pyrodrid, thanks. I don't know what that person was talking about, but I suspect it was not good. I don't want to know. Okay, we'll talk about it after stream. How about that? Because saying that I don't want to know, trust me, just makes me want to know more. Oh, hope the mic didn't pick that one up. Nothing. Nothing. Just consider yourselves all lucky that you can't smell things over the internet. Yeah, we're not all biological beings. Val's not. Okay, alright. It's about 20 minutes past end of stream time for me, so I think I should probably wrap up stream for now. But we made a ton of progress on the shading today, and I really appreciate y'all being here. And look, we started doing calves the same way that we do abs now, so that's cool. I'm slowly figuring out how humanoid legs work. Still feel like I need to do like one more shading pass where I just like make everything like super dark and stuff, but this will do for now. We need some actual directional light because this looks pretty much entirely ambiently occluded right now. We're also gonna add some glow, so it's gonna be like in the end we're gonna have like these rings will be glowing. But they're gonna be glowing with a color that we're gonna add in later and stuff. So lots of stuff to do. Local Lumia discovers how legs work. 2023 colorized. It's not colorized yet though. We're working on it. Well, thanks for being here, John. Also, I'm gonna add like a cool like display right here with like cool like techno widgets, and you know this is the speedometer, right? And then this is the altitudometer, whatever that's called. Wait, is it just altimeter? Whatever. All that stuff will come later too. We got more work to do on this. Hover bike's got to have the altitudometer. Altimeter? What? Actually, hold on a second. I'm gonna find that word. Oh, it's just altimeter. All right. Well, that's much easier to say than altitudometer. Make it a MiG-21 panel instead? No. Oh, I just spilled coffee on my phone. Good job. Good job, Kiri. Awesome. Fantastic. No, it's fine. It was just a drip. Okay. Right. Okay, let's figure out someone to raid. Who are we gonna raid? Shoot. Yeah, if anything, I would go with something like cool, uh, I'd go with like a Harrier, right? A Harrier control panel, because it is a VTOL, right? It's a hover bike, so it's already by default a VTOL. So I think like something that's a VTOL would be a little bit more matching, but still something that's like really old, you know? Harriers have been around for a long time now. Old and cool and volume, old and cool and like chunky in all the right ways, you know? Harrier cockpit. Actually, when did well, hold on, when did the Harrier come out? Getting distracted. I'm bad at this. 1967. Hey, that was at the very end of 1967 is when it had its first flight. Which is great because you know what the best, my favorite Mustang, not Mustang the plane, Mustang the vehicle, was like 1967 Fastback. Oh, that thing is beautiful. Anyway, okay, ADHD, come on, let's go. Just gotta rein it in. Let's do this. I'm gonna defeat the ADHD monster. Let's go. Let's raid. Let's raid Char. Get that raid message up. All right, well, thanks everyone for joining me for another weekday morning art stream. I really appreciate having y'all here. You're all awesome and amazing, except for that jerk that Pyroid banned. Thank you, Pyroid. You're awesome. Anyway, I hope you all have a fantastic day. All right, take it easy. We'll finish this art another time. Probably gonna take another couple of streams to get it done, but that is how things have been going lately. All right, I'm gonna keep waving until I actually get Char's stream up right here. Come on, don't show me an ad. Oh, they're at the starting soon screen, and okay, well that's great. That's great. We get to raid them right at the start of their stream. Awesome. All right, have a good one, everyone. Bye. I'm hitting the raid button now.